Yoga for healing. What's up? What's up? What's up? I shuffled once. I looked at the bottom of the deck that said connect. I was like, let's shuffle some more. Let's shuffle some more. Shuffle these bad boys up. Got a whole different deck. Let's see. Holy Spirit, divine, ancestors, spirit guides, all those of love and light, above, in the middle, and below. What do we need to know? Trickster spirits out there, what's up? It's time. You're being asked to move forward toward the dream that you've been carrying in your heart. It's time to bring it out into the world. You're ready. It's time. That's what the card says. If you have a message, and that's so funny because I was in the comments and I was telling someone, share your truth, speak your truth. That's part of the mission. We don't get the manual, but hey, just like you've probably heard other readers say, I did not plan on having a YouTube channel. But I knew what needed to be done, and I accepted. Healing. It gives healing. Speaking your truth. Sharing your story. Because we all have stories that are so similar. Kind of interconnected because the head of that snake is the same head. Those energy harvesters, those private groups. And it's time for that to be healed. Give. Oh, I didn't read healing. And it has like that Hamza palm on it. Hamza, however you want to pronounce it. Your body, mind, and soul are in a period of deep healing right now. Transformations, this portal, we just had a reading yesterday saying, yeah, we made it through. I asked, are you celebrating right now? You're going through many transformations at once. Fast forwarded, fast movement. And that goes along with that future, that, what was the other words? Something that I had shared with, that I had wrote down in my journal. Anyways. We are going through many transformations at once. And we're being asked to allow ourselves to receive the healing we need with open arms and an open heart. Heart chakra is vital of being in alignment and spinning, vibrating, holding that loving energy for the grid. That's what the mission is. To hold that love, to hold the light, not allow it to be dimmed, because that is what they want. They want us to give them our energy. Give. One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others, especially when you're an empath. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. And that is very true for an empath. Someone that has that open, giving, sharing, caring, nurturing heart. But we learned those lessons. And we learned when, where, and how to give and when not to. Think of one way you can give to another today. And I always say when this card comes up, start with yourself, giving to yourself. You may give to yourself the right and the permission and to feel free to say no. Ashe. Ashe, the cards say. Let it go. You're being asked to let it go of whatever pain and resentment you've been or we've been holding on to. It's hurting us and we can't fully be present in our life. If we are holding on to this negativity, release it and be free. Ashe. And if you're on this journey, you're doing that or have done this. And it is something you may have to do continuously on your journey as you meet new energies that come into alignment with you. Some of them you will have to let go. It may be a short visit because maybe the mission is just for you to meet in an exchange of words or something of energy. Let's see, we're going to go with the tarot. I have some new cards coming today. I'm so excited. Amazon makes me feel like Christmas. Yeah, I know it's not the greatest company, but baby steps. Because if you try to search for just like certain companies, then it can be done, but there's some things you just gotta go with the flow and take baby steps. Certain situations like at shopping, but Walmart and certain stores, nah, that's a no-go. It's time. What do we need to know about it's time? Other than we're healing and releasing strength. Time, divine time, and strength, which we have. And we know that if we don't have it, all we have to do is ask. Our self-confidence, our inner power, our compassion, and confidence. And we're healing. And wow. All those awakening, going through this portal, being on this channel in this video, fated. All these events are fated. Destined events that we had choices along the way, but the destination would it be? Some of us made good choices and some of us made bad choices. What do we need to know about this give? That's sideways. Oh, not giving to a King of Swords energy. There may be the same King of Swords energy that's come up as a Hierophant. That is connected with the fucking devil. Yeah, you. It's time for healing. And not to give to those that we have been giving to that are connected to lower sources. This goes from, as I was just bringing up, how not really ironic, but not even a coincidence, but just a matter of fact on shopping. It goes from those aspects all the way down to who we correspond with even saying grand day, abundant rising, as some say, aka good morning. This energy that we are not to give to, especially in unions, relationships, any kind of contract binding, agreements, allowing them into your energy. Now, why is my throat wanting to act up again? Because they don't want this fated event news to be said. What do we need to know about this wheel of fortune at its turn, and how we are not giving to these energies that are connected to this devilish entity? Entities or energies. The entities being companies, offices, businesses. Energies being those walking around among us. Emotions, personalities, whatever you want to call it. There's a lack of progress in some. There's some obstacles and delays, some frustration for this King of Swords with this Wheel of Fortune turning and these transformations occurring because they're not getting the energy. They can't move forward. They're stuck in a Five of Cups, all up in their emotions, in a loss and grief, feeling very discontent, mourning, in disappointment. I want to know, how does saying mourning for sadness and mourning for rising when you awake sound different to your DNA? How does it sound different to your ears? You only can tell the difference on paper, which is a 2D. So why take your energy to 2D? I'm just saying, just give me something to think about. There's a reason why we pay attention to self-speak and how we speak to others. Because when we change how we change how we speak to others. And that is another way these culprits get found out. Because when you're walking in it, not faking it, it's hard to do, because you have to mentally change how you think, and they can't do that. Rise to the occasion. It's only something to start out to do, and it's something you'll have to self-correct yourself along the way. I still do. They can't move forward, and they're stuck, just as in the last reading, stuck crying in a pissy ass diaper. Because he said, she said, and they said, and we was going to, because you wanted to work in a group. You weren't working with yourself, on yourself. So the Most High has to show you how it do what it do. When we stand guard, stand in our posts, guarding our energy and our territory, putting our foot down on these illusionists. These that use their intuition to spy and scry on others, instead of going within, looking at themselves, because they're too fucking ugly. I don't blame you, though. Their secrets are coming out. all that they unconsciously or consciously did, all the confusion, all this uncertainty, the complexity of how it goes from the top down to the bottom to our neighborhood. Who stays next door to you? Who's in the house with you? Some are awake, some are still asleep, some won't wake up, some are wider awake than others. And this is the complexity. The web. And now they're stuck with these 9 of Swords. They don't know what to do. So what must they know, Holy Spirit, divine ancestors, we love you. What must they know? That they are being awakened and others are being awakened. This is an awakening. Remember the Great Awakening? They want to re-enter the world, and they're restless. They don't know how to re-enter the world because they're chained to their addictions, hoarding and wanting to maintain control on everything on the outside, not going within. Because they already know they are powerless and obsessed. Now being forced to realize how limited they are. How limited they made themselves. What else do we need to know about this hoarding? They put in a lot of work. They were dedicated in this partnership. They were for sure that you were going to be there. They were for sure they could do all this shit and then run back to you. You would always be there. But what do you say while you're standing guard, strong and confident, protecting your territory? Oh, you're the high priestess. You're keeping it moving. You're taking a leap of faith, or you have taken a leap of faith. You're bored with their fucking offers that they're trying to come with. That's a short answer. You're aware. Your intuition, your inner unconscious voice that you're hearing and listening to because you've been in solitude and you've grown to hear and know the difference because it's much more quieter. You don't hear other people's voices and their opinions of how you should move on your journey. They put work in, trying to maintain control, but now they're sitting weeping, being forced to release and let go because you're standing guard, protecting your territory. Wow, okay. We have a Queen of Cups and a Queen of Pentacles that want to come upside down. Dealing with this inheritance, your territory. So these partners that this King of Swords has been working with is a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Swords reverse. These people, that it's time that it's shown, because the wheel of fortune has turned on this group that wanted to make progress and can no longer. This King of Swords energy that wants you to give to them because they're working in a group that's coming for you or been coming for you, but underneath you. A Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Swords after your abundance, your lineage, wanting to have control. They've all been putting in work. This King of Swords is sitting in regret and remorse because they know they're blocked and you're not giving to them. So what of this Queen of Pentacles? Oh, it's justice for the both of these hoes. They wanted rewards. They're going to get some. Real good. All these wands. All these wands, they gathered together for praise and recognition, trying to gain clout, not wanting to release, trying to have control over you and your energy. Wherever you placed your energy, and I've said, call your energy back day and night, even if you're not in any connection with these others, because you don't have to for them to have a cord attached to you. Call your energy back daily. Especially if you're feeling some type of emotion and you know that's clearly not how you're feeling. Call your energy back. Just say it to yourself in your head or say it out loud a few times until you feel better. And pay attention to your body, how it feels. I'm telling you, it works. But do you believe in your own power? Justice is here, and all that spare work they've been doing is going back. They're waiting. They're in chaos. They have lost all momentum, only facing delays, and they are unprepared for this truth that's out. Unprepared. And they put in all that work in a group. Justice. The cause and effect, harmony will be placed rightfully. Justice. Settled. And consequences. Those for the good and the bad will be held accountable. It depends on if you get that charcoal in your stocking or not, right? What about this Eight of Wands reverse? No forward movement. They block themselves. They're directionless. They lack control and power. They know they've been obstructed, stopped, blocked from happiness. The Ten of Cups, your joy, what's fated for you, for your healing journey. This wheel, they wanted to reverse. They wanted to suck it dry from you. They wanted your inheritance, but they've been blocked. Now what do we need to know, Holy Spirit, about this group? What is it we need to know? They did not want to face judgment. They're in lack and self-doubt. They're learning of their failure. They're self-loathing. Wow. Because they want you to pour into their cup. They're stuck in the past. They know that you know that they know that you are in complete happiness. You're whole. You have wishes coming true. You're manifesting. You're stable, at harmony, at peace with yourself. You're in a high priest energy or high priestess. And they have to let go of you. And this is something they're wanting to refuse to do. This is someone that wants to work with you really bad. But they have no motion in the ocean. They didn't go with the flow of the universe, so they must be stopped. And they will. And they are. It is done. What do we need to know about this judgment in reverse? Well, we know they're in heartbreak. They're feeling that burn. They're feeling the heat. Wow. They wanted to be in union with you. They're all in their feelings. They need you to pour into them. Because you are a divine feminine or masculine energy. They know this. So it's important you're confident in yourself and have courage, not fear. Fear does not exist. It's all in your head. And that's what they use, called manipulation. But once you face them and you see how they cowered and they only know 1, 2, 3 and that's it, they repeat again. It becomes hilarious. You stand there laughing at them. Because you know justice is coming in. For all that sweet talk. All of that spell work. All that manipulation that they've been stopped. Halted. They can't even send a love message. This is shocking news, how they've been blocked. How what they are wanting, you pouring into them being stuck in the past, wanting to have control over you, and you're the high priest or high priestess. These peasants, they only know how to go in a vicious round and round circle. Not learning from the triggers, not getting the lessons. This is shocking to them because they've been in an illusion that they built. You've turned your back on this. That won't be happening. Twin flame soulmate, if you're karmic, you lose. Those that wanted to abuse the contracts, abuse their authority, and thought that they had rank, maybe because of their genitalia. This is shocking to them because they can't mirror you. None of them. You close that cycle. Now they're dealing with legal matters and the spell work they've done. Shocking. They can no longer mirror your energy and you turned your back. Shocking that this cycle is closed, and maybe even shocking of your ranking and how you've taken control and you hold your power. Power that they thought that they could take in a group. What about this? Oh, yeah, I was going to say, what about this group? They want to send a love message. They see you as this queen bee, where they're sitting unemployed, in debt, and in bad credit. They can't mirror your energy. You rejected them, and they are trapped. trapped because karma is here. You've been doing the healing work. You've been relentless. This has brought them to tears. That they've been sat down because they wanted to maintain power and they kept putting in that work. They didn't want to face it, but now they're sitting in chaos, all of them, being rejected, caught in their own trap. Peace.